Welcome back to the CSS animation series. Today we're going to look at keyframe animations, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's start off with our usual. We'll start off with a div with a class of square. Let's go ahead and make our square class. Do 100 pixels on the width, 100 pixels on the height, and let's grab a color here, background color. Alright, so we have our square. Now let's make an animation. So to make a keyframe animation, we just start with @keyframes, and let's give it a name. Let's call it slide. So on the slide animation, we want to take an element and we're going to say from a starting point to an ending point. Now our starting point, I'm not going to do anything, so let's do a transform, translate x. We'll say we're going to translate 0 pixels, so do nothing to it. And where are we going to go with it? Let's do transform, translate x. Let's do 200 pixels. So this will slide anything that we tell it to the right 200 pixels. So let's go up to our square class and let's say animation. And we're going to give it the slide animation. Let's do it over 2 seconds. There we go. So it does the animation, and then it resets back to the beginning and stops. So let's do an infinite, so we can just see it go over and over again. Now if we want, when it gets to the end of the animation, we want it to go back to the beginning. So go from the 2 here, the translate 200 pixels, back to the 0. So let's just add an alternate. And this will alternate between the from to 2 and then the 2 to from. So that makes it go to the right and then right back to the left. Alright, so that's pretty simple to say from and to. Let's make another square here. So we have a second square. Let's give these guys some margin. Separate them out some. Alright, let's make a new keyframes animation. We'll call this, I don't know, travel. We're going to make it travel around a certain area. Now we need to make sure we have different animations on these guys, so I'm going to call this one square slide, and call this one square travel. Pull this animation out, and then we can say square slide, give it that animation, and then square travel, and we're going to give it the travel animation. So animation, travel, let's do 5 seconds, infinite. That should be all we need for this. So instead of doing a from and to, we can specify what we want it to do between 0 and 100% of those 5 seconds. So we can start with 0%, and we can make a few points here, so 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. Alright, so what we're going to do in these steps here, at the 0, what we're going to do is we're going to do a transform, translate. Remember, we can do x and y together, so I'm going to say 0, 0. 25, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this, and we want it to slide to the right. So 200 pixels to the right. There we go. At 50%, we want it to go down. So from the initial starting place, we want it to stay 200 pixels to the right, and then move down 200 pixels from the top. So it goes to the right, drops to the bottom, and then goes back to the starting point. Let's add in the last few places here. So 75%, we want it to go back to the left, but stay at the bottom, 200 pixels. And then at 100%, we're going to do translate 0, 0, back to the beginning. So as you can see, it's traveling around a bigger square. It's going right 200 pixels right here. It goes down 200 pixels right here. It goes back to the left at 0 pixels, and then back to the top at 0 pixels. Now since 0% and 100% have the same, we can get rid of this and just say 100% there. Clean it up a little bit. And we can add additional things here, like the size. We can change the size of our square. We started with it being 100 pixels. So let's set here at the beginning and end, we want the width to be 100 pixels, like we started with. And in the middle of it, we want it to grow. So width 200 pixels, height 200 pixels. Let's see what happens here. So this is how we can easily add in several different properties that we want it to change over the course of this animation. Now let's say we wanted to add another animation on here, or we had another one already built. Let's do keyframes. We'll call it color change. Let's do the from and to again. So from, let's do the background color of what we have up here. And we're going to change the color. So let's grab this color here. So now we have an animation changing the background color of something. So on our square travel, what we can do is just a comma, do color change, and we can do it 5 seconds and then alternate it. So that way it changes to that pink color, and then it starts changing back. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, yes, we need infinite. Now it'll start turning blue. Oh, there it is. So this is how you can have separate animations and chain them together onto a single class. I think we have enough now to start building out really cool spinners in the next episode. So make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll see you next time.